When you start out in music, whether it is producing, mixing, mastering, recording, whatever it is, the most important investment that you will do is investing in getting studio quality headphones. That means the headphones needs to give you a raw output of what the track really is. And that helps you take a proper judgment, right? Even if you look at my home studio, it is not soundproof. So I cannot rely on speakers or anything else to judge my mix. I need a proper headphones, and that's the reason why I use headphones to mix a lot of my songs majority of the times, and I just have a listen to it on speakers to see how it is sounding, but I don't rely on my speakers. So headphones is such an important commodity, it is such an important equipment in music. Based on the budget that you have, the right headphone that you choose can decide how your mixes and masters are gonna sound like. So in today's video, we have got a new headphones from Takstar. And it is the Takstar HT 2000 headphones. This is a budget-friendly headphones, just 3,000 bucks, and we are going to listen to this headphones and see how accurately it's going to give my mixes, and I'm going to judge it with the headphones that I always use, which is the Shure SRH 440, and I'm going to see if it really does justice compared to the headphones that I'm using, and I'm going to see the quality, the ease of using, the flexibility, all those things in today's video, and we're going to see if this is really worth the buy. But before that, if you are new here, I'm Florina Jain, otherwise known as Flow of Music, and I help artists' songs sound professional through mixing and mastering. So let's get into Takstar HT 2000 headphones. Here are some things that I noticed the moment I tried this on, okay? Honestly, it is so soft and velvety, because if you see my previous headphones, it's worn out, like just see that, all worn out. It's no longer soft, it's rough. The leather part in the headphones is all gone. I've been using this for 4 years, by the way. This is Shure SRH 440, and it's done a pretty decent job. After a while, having a new headphones this comfortable feels like a luxury, honestly. It actually does fit perfectly in my head right now. This is a closed headphones, but I still hear my air conditioner on, and it's not completely isolating the outside noise. So we'll see how that's going to impact when we listen to a mix. And yes, I like the quality of how it sits on my head. I can also adjust it based on my head size and my ear proportion. I can adjust that, and I think overall comfort wise it is really comfortable. Now the next thing that I'm looking at is this wire. It's pretty long, so you're not going to have any worry about having this on and going to your mic, singing and recording. So you're not going to have any distance issues with how long this mic is. But you see, there are two wires coming from either sides of the headphones. Normally, I've been using headphones that just have one. Do you see that? So this one has two. Now that might be a little uncomfortable if you're not used to it yet. So just be careful when you're using this. That's the one other thing that I realized. So now I'm going to first listen to the mix that I was just working on. And I'm going to use the headphones that I always use, okay? This was what I was using to try and mix this track. So I'm going to plug in my regular SRH 440, and I'm going to listen to my mix one time just to judge the sound a bit. Okay. Okay, so I have a lot of volume coming through my regular headphones, and the bass and the lows, the sub bass, mids, highs, everything is highlighted in the right way. I've been using this for so many years, so I know exactly how my mixes sound through these headphones. So now I'm gonna replace this with Takstar headphones, and let's see the quality that we're getting out of this. Now, honestly, the reason why I prefer this headphones, I've not listened to the song yet, but the reason why I really wanted to do a review on this is because it's really budget friendly. So especially for music enthusiasts who want to start out with mixing, mastering especially, or even just recording, producing. And if you have a budget constraint, this is just 3,000 bucks, which is fairly decent compared to a lot of other headphones that are down in the market. So that's the reason why I want to give a try to this and see if it really makes justice to listening to tracks. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to listen to the same part of the song. Okay, so I have a couple of things in my mind and I'm going to speak them out. So the first thing is that it's not entirely closing my ears and isolating my ears from noise or from the outside, any kind of noise is there in my room, like my AC, or if someone comes and speaks to me right now, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hear them properly because it's not completely enclosing my ears. Maybe that might affect my mix a little bit, but let's talk about all the other things regarding sound. I feel the mids and the highs are nice. I'm able to hear the response similar to how my prior headphones was doing. The sub bass though, the bass frequencies aren't similar to what I'm hearing on the other headphones. It feels like the basses have ducked down a bit because of the headphones that I'm using. I'm not hearing that low end. And one more thing, I had to push the volume a little high to get the same effect I was listening to on my Shure headphones. I think the mids and highs are really good. And also, I think it's fairly decent to listen with respect to the mids and highs. It does give me the sound that the track has. My worry is the bass. There's no problem in that. If you want to fix that, here's a beautiful way by which you can do. So on your stereo out, you can just put an EQ and then I'll just correlate it with the Shure headphones that I have. So I'll just have that as my reference. Check that, come back here, and if I need more bass, I'm just going to put it a little high so that it sounds the same. Something like that. So you'll have to reference and match it out. So if you don't have or if you don't own a headphones before watching this video, you can reference it with a song that's your favorite. Something that you've listened to a million times. Listen to that with whatever headphones, like whatever wired or whatever headphones you were using prior to this. And then let's say you get the same headphones. Play this and see how the song sounds like to you. If you feel like it doesn't have that bass, push it high until it sounds the same. So use an EQ to kind of match it out and then you're good to go. Otherwise, honestly, what I feel? For 3,000, I think it is worth the price because see, let's be honest over here. You cannot expect your headphones to have all the qualities that a 10,000 rupee or a 30,000 rupee headphones can do. You'll get what you buy for, right? But with that in mind, I think Takstar is good in terms of comfort, flexibility. Honestly, it's flexible and it's really velvety and you see these move all the way around, doesn't make any noise. I saw a video where someone said it makes noise, but I don't hear a noise. So it's perfect. It's not disturbing anything. And also, you get a pretty decent sound to start with. So if you are a beginner and if you are looking for a headphones that is budget friendly, but also gives you a decent quality, then I think you can go ahead with Takstar. If you are really into mixing and mastering, you can just have Takstar as a reference also to just see how it sounds. What I might not do is really rely on these headphones for all my mixes and masters, maybe unless I EQ match it and then it comes to that same, frequency level. But otherwise, I think for the comfort, flexibility and the amount of decent quality I get for the price that they put on their website, I think it's a pretty decent headphone. And I would surely recommend it if this is your budget and you are looking for a headphones that can kind of give you a decent quality. I would recommend this particularly if you are like programming or recording and you want to just hear, the track and then do it, then I think it's really good. Just bear in mind that you don't put a lot of volume through your headphones, otherwise it's going to bleed into your mic. And second, if you are considering this for mixing and mastering, I might say don't entirely rely on this. EQ match it with a reference song or with a reference track and then you can use it to some extent. It is a decent quality headphones. So if you have any doubts about this headphones, don't forget to comment on this video. If you like this headphones and if you want to consider buying it, there is a link in the description that you can choose which will go into an Amazon account. So you can go there and see if you like it and if you want to purchase this. So with that, we've come to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Keep making music and I'll see you guys in another video.